Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another session of Singapore International Dynamic Speakers. Today's theme is knowing when to say no. Take a moment, reflect. What does your schedule for the day look like? What does your schedule for the week looks like? How many of those tasks, events, are essential to your ultimate goal? What are you trying to accomplish? How many times have you said yes and you have stretched yourself so thin that you cannot accomplish what you truly desire to accomplish? There's 24 hours in the day. Most people believe you need 8 hours sleep, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for recreation, recovery time. How do you spend your 24 hours? You fall asleep for maybe 6 hours, you jump up, you have to hurry, get ready, run off to school, to work. And before you know it, it's 4 p.m., 5 p.m. You're stuck in traffic and you're back home for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of a wait time with your family before you fall asleep again and do it all over. That is our day in a nutshell. But yet, we have our friends asking us to meet them for a drink or to help them move. We have our co-workers asking us to help them with an assignment or to do research with them. How much time do we actually have? How many times do we say yes when we should have said no? We must take time to reflect and prioritize our time. It's our most valuable asset. Once it's gone, you can never recover it. So what is important to you? Yes, it's great to help others. Yes, it's great to give of yourself. But do not stretch yourself so thin that you fall behind and you do not accomplish your ultimate goal. Put into perspective which is important for your personal growth. We all take time out of our schedule. Yes, Friday morning, afternoon, or evening, we'll come to Toastmasters because we want to improve our speaking. We want to become better leaders. But that pretty girl we've been eyeing asked us to go on a date. Okay, I can miss Toastmasters 1 week. You go on a date, you have a great time. But did you become a better speaker? Did you become a better leader? It's a trade-off. But ultimately, to your end goal, would it have suited your purpose to have postponed the date for another time and stay consistent on your path to becoming a better speaker, a better leader? There are times when it's difficult to say no. Today, it's a holiday in Belize. And my family is having a big get-together at my mother's house. But we do this every year. All my brothers and sisters will be there. My cousins, my niece and nephews, they'll be there. We are all looking forward to mom cooking our favorite dish. But I've made a commitment to become a better Toastmaster. Therefore, I'm here. This meeting will only last an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most. I will have the entire afternoon to visit my mom and my family. I did not say no, but I fit it into my schedule. Because today is a holiday in Belize, several of my friends have went riding. We all cycle together as often as we can, but I said no to them. Why? Because I'm committed to Toastmasters. I will go cycling with my friends tomorrow, but not today. There are times, Toastmasters, when we must say no. We must prioritize what is important for us. Maybe it's getting an A in the next exam, or maybe it's getting the promotion at work, for which we have to go the extra mile. We must prioritize what is important for our personal growth so we can achieve and become our true self. Toastmasters is essential for us to know when to say no. Welcome again to another session of Singapore Dynamic International Speakers. Toastmasters, in line with the theme today, think of all the times you have said yes when you should have said no. With that in mind, let's have a volunteer for timer. Who will be our timer today? Well, I know Atman has volunteered to be our counter. Atman, will you still be our counter today?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, then I'll be the timer then.
Great.
Okay, but just give me a few minutes, like till I can.
No problem. My friends asked me to go drinking last night. I was supposed to go to the barber. As you all can see, I have an afro now. But my daughter is having a birthday party tomorrow. Yeah, she turned 18. So I had to get I had to make some preparations for her party. She wants me to barbecue. So I had to turn down my friends for that usual Friday evening drink, the Thursday evening drink. But my daughter will be happy. It was a good time for me to have said no to my friends last night. Okay, now to get the ball rolling.
Could you please give me the credential to share the screen as well?
Sure.
Instead of the timer cards, I'll be sharing my screen with the timer because I will be not having the timer cards right now with me.
No problem. You should have that permission now. Which is more important for you to stick with your diet and exercise routine, or for you to enjoy the buffet? Which is more important for you to stick with your diet and your exercise routine, or for you to enjoy the buffet? Atman. Atman?
Yes.
I think you'll have to reiterate.
Which is more important for you to stick to your diet and exercise routine, or for you to enjoy the buffet?
Enjoy the buffet.
You need me to repeat the question?
Can you? Because I don't understand what you mean.
Okay. Which is more important for you to stick to your diet, your eating habits, or for you and your exercise routines, whether you jog, you cycle, play basketball, or for you to go to the buffet and eat as much as you can? Which is more important?
For me, I think I choose a habit because your habit it's determined how we act. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Atman.
I I'm sorry. I don't know what's the purpose.
All right, it's a
But
table topic. My apologies, Atman. It's the table topics session.
it's table chopping. Yeah. Can I start from the beginning? Because I don't understand.
Okay, should I give you another question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I don't. Yeah.
Okay. When
Edward, I have a suggestion. If he is new, why don't you ask someone who had experienced this before so he can demonstrate how it goes? I don't know if Otman is new. I have no idea.
Okay.
No, I have idea, but I don't. Yeah.
I don't think he understood the question that I asked. All right. Let me give you another question.
Yeah.
When are you most invigorated? After exercising or after a good night's sleep? When are you most invigorated? When are you most energized? After exercising or after a good night's sleep?
For me, I don't know. It's you must have a best time to start something or to begin to do something. I'm true believe that one thing for me it's I do what I take from any time. I'm not just searching for a great time or the best time or perfect time to start. I'm just doing what's for me from now. I'm not sleeping all the night, but I'm going to attend this meeting because I don't believe you must have best time or maybe try to get more money or something like that to start something. I'm just jumping in the opportunity or do something new. This is what I believe, because if you believe you must searching for perfect time, you're gonna not do anything. Believe me. This is why I believe I do what I take. I'm just start to do. Maybe you have cooking. Maybe you have some mission. Maybe some start for idea or anything you want to be to start. Just this is how I can believe. Back to you, Mr.
Thank you, Atman. Well said. There is never a best time except now. Is working and accomplishing your tasks more important than family time? Is working and accomplishing your tasks more important than family time? Khalid? Khalid, are you still there? Okay, you may have stepped away. Mike, would you like to give it a shot?
I was saying I'm here,
Khalid.
but could somebody unshare this, please? Because I can't see anyone. Somebody
can't
is
see.
sharing the screen.
Yes, it's the timer sharing. It's the timer sharing the screen.
Oh.
Oh.
There's the view option on the top of it, and there's something called side-by-side view.
I can't see anyone. Anyway, let's
Okay.
go to,
All right, let me remove this. if it
okay,
is-
let's go to the question. No problem, no problem. Okay. Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, you are giving me a choice between two important things, family and accomplishments. They are both important. Now, the wisdom comes in making a balance between dedicating your time to each of these. Family always comes first. But who said you should sacrifice all those things that you could accomplish? Also, because that way, not only you will be happy, your family will be happy also. So the wisdom comes here is making a balance, strike a balance between the two. Achieve, but at the same time, remember that family always comes first. I remember watching an interview on TV by a famous billionaire. I forget his name, but that's what he said. The question was, what is your biggest asset in life? Now remember, this person was a billionaire. That means he had tons of money, dollars, whatever currency. But do you know what his answer says? How he answered the question? My biggest asset is my family. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget your achievements because they will make you happy and your family happy. But always remember, family comes first. Mr. Table Topics Master.
Excellent job, Khalid. Yes, oftentimes we must choose between our careers and our family, but we must always remember family comes first. Fashion. They say clothes make it the man. But looking at all the billionaires, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, they all dress humbly. Therefore, do you agree with this statement? They say clothes make it the man. But looking at the billionaires who dress humbly, do you agree with this statement? Mike?
Actually, I agree. I agree with the agreement, the view. But can I change another question? Maybe something easier for me.
Sure. Do you prefer public holidays or special occasion? Do you prefer public holidays or special occasions?
Hello, fellow two masters. In this topic, I comes to my area. I prefer common holiday to special holiday because we have lots of friends and family members. If we want to have a meeting or want to go for some place for some days, we need to meet. We need to have a plan on the free time. So the public holiday, lots of we are available on the public holiday. So it's easy for people to meet and have some activity. So in my opinion, I prefer public holiday to special occasion. That's my opinion. Thank you, everyone.
Excellent job, Mike. Excellent job. It is true. We are all available on a public holiday. On a common holiday, we are all available. Excellent point. In pursuing your ambition, can you ever go too far? In pursuing your ambitions, can you ever go too far? Shan?
It's one of the difficult questions that I've got a chance to ponder. Now, if you heading towards the target and you think that at some point in life you get exhausted, and could you exceed so far, and will it be even possible for you to do something extra? So there's this one common phrase among all of us, the extra, doing extra, or when you are doing something, when you're accomplishing something, will I do something extra, and will I get extra at some point? So we keep on asking these questions. So I had once had the same issue with myself. When I'm practicing myself to speak in front of a virtual audience or in front of a gathering like this, I was thinking to myself whether I'm trying so hard to accomplish, gain these skills. Am I doing so many things so that I can achieve this goal? So as I'm doing extra so that I can be a good public speaker in a virtual audience too, so that I can speak to an international audience? So I keep on asking this question. And the self-realization that I had in my life is that it's never the case. I mean, it doesn't matter how hard you try to accomplish your goals, to achieve your goals. It won't be extra. I mean, I don't think that you are doing something and you're trying hard to get there, and there won't be a point where you exhaust yourself. If you are so passionate about it, if you are so into it, you will learn something out of it, and then you will grow and be measured. I don't think that is going to be a saturated scenario. You won't be saturated with what you are learning and what you are gaining every day. So if you are going towards a target and if you are accomplishing something, there won't be a particular limit or a boundary for you to pass. Over to you.
Excellent point, Shehan. We can always learn more. We can always go farther. Excellent point. Toastmasters. Last week, we had a workshop about table topics. The greeting, the opening, the body, and the conclusion. In the greeting, you greet in descending order. The highest ranked person in the room through to the guests. Here at Toastmasters, the president, the Toastmaster of the evening, table topic master, Toastmasters and guests. If you are at your company, be the president, the general manager, supervisors, staff. If you are here in Belize and you're in government, it will be the prime minister, the deputy prime minister, the ministers of state, the members of Senate, honored guests. Always greet your audience in descending order. When you open your topic, open with a quote, a phrase, or as a rhetorical question. Draw your audience in, or simply state your position. It may be easier for us to just simply state our position. I prefer to exercise rather than go to the buffet, or I prefer common holidays as opposed to special occasion. At that point in your opening, you have drawn your audience in, you have stated your position, and your audience know exactly what you're going to speak about. In your body, you support your position. Oh, I prefer to exercise because I will stay healthy. I will be able to compete in sports. And I will look great. I will have an amazing physique. You have given 3 reasons why you prefer to exercise rather than go to the buffet. If you had said, hey, I prefer common holidays, you point out that everyone is available and it's easier to plan get-togethers at that time. That is your body. In conclusion, you summarize your position and your points. Exercising allows you to be disciplined, energetic, you look great in your clothes, and you stay healthy. Always choose to be healthy. If you had chosen common occasions, you point out why you chose that in your summary. And always let your audience know you're concluding. In summary or in conclusion, these are all great phrases to let your audience know you're wrapping up. And that format, greeting, the opening, the body, and the conclusion can be applied to any presentation you're doing or any speaking opportunity you get. Today's challenge was supposed to have been for us to work on the greeting, for us to greet in descending order. I congratulate Khalid and Mike for accomplishing that without being prompt. But because we're few in numbers and we have time on the clock, we will have another round of table topics for us to work on our greeting. You can work on your opening, your body, and your conclusion as well, but today's challenge is simply for us to greet our audience. On your mark, get set, go. Into the second round. Most men have to choose between their wife and their mothers. Most men have to choose between their wife and their mothers. Who would you say yes to and who would you say no to? Cheyenne.
Good evening, President of the Toastmasters Club and fellow Toastmasters. I think Toastmaster Edward selected the wrong person to ask this question. I mean, obviously my answer would be my mom, because I'm still not married and I don't have that experience of saying yes or no to a wife or a spouse yet. But according to the experience that I had with my mom is so close to me. Therefore, I don't think that the bond that we share could be broken by any other woman in my life. So yet, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know whether it will be the so-called solid future, but for now, it's my mom. I will select her for the rest of my life as a good boy I should be. So that's my answer. So thank you very much, fellow Toastmasters, for the opportunity. Over to you.
Excellent job, Cheyenne. Yes, I always choose mom. I always choose mom. Is it easier to say yes to someone you love, or do you find it just as easy to say no? Is it easier to say yes to someone you love, or do you find it just as easy to say no? Khalid. Khalid? Okay, may have stepped away. Okay, Atman, is it easy for you to say yes to someone you love, or is it just as easy to say no?
I think it's depend in the situation. Maybe you can say no in some situation. Maybe you must in this specific situation you must happy, cheerful, and maybe you can't say yes for this a particular person, but in the same situation, another maybe another mood, we so sad and so maybe angry, you must say no. But I'm truly believe maybe someone who love me, I think he loved me for myself. He not love me for what I can do for him. Maybe you can ask me to give me some money. I will back you in the end of the month. But not it's not a criteria to judge someone if doesn't give me money. I will be judging. I will be this person. It's worse. It's not like that. I'm truly believe that so person he love me for myself, and whatever way I do, I believe that sometimes we must sacrifice with the personal love and maybe take some risk for them and help them and but sometimes it's maybe you said no for to not committed to give word a person, and maybe you not give you the word, and maybe some this particular person will disappoint you. This is I believe. That's it. Back to you, Mr. Edward.
Yes, well said, Atman. Depends on the situation. Well said. If you could choose to live any place on earth, where would you choose to live? If you could choose to live any place on earth, where would you choose to live? Mike?
Oh yeah, good question. If I can choose where to live, I like live in Australia. That's my dream. I have some friends migrate from China to Australia, and we talk about which country is comfortable for human. The world magazine news a lot of investigate give a result. The Australian is the most comfortable live places in the world. So my dream live places is Australia. Back to you. Thank you.
Excellent job, Mikey. Excellent job. I have always heard great things about Australia. However, the only thing I've experienced from Australia is the bear, Foster's, Australia for bear. Hi, Angela, welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud
Yes,
and
we
clear.
can hear you.
Oh, good, because I'm on a mobile phone and it's not familiar to me. Are we in table topics, and do I have a topic?
Yes. When will you say no to traveling? When would you say no to traveling?
There are two situations when I would say no to traveling. One is if the COVID situation compels me to do so. We've just had to cancel a trip because we do not know whether we can go there, and the country we picked, which was Vietnam, wanted to put us in two weeks quarantine. So of our 2.5 week holiday, we would be spending more time in quarantine than actually seeing anything. So we cancelled it. And I also said no to traveling before our son's wedding. I didn't want to risk anything else happening, like catching COVID and not being able to go to the wedding. But normally I love to travel, and so long as it's affordable and safe, I will travel. So I'm looking forward to going on a trip as soon as things get safe again. I've had my 3 jabs, but I should travel very safely. I should carry a mask. I should keep safe distanced. And I'll hope that everyone else is making life safe for me too. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Well said, Angela. Well said. The only time not to travel is when there are health restraints. Excellent point.
I just have to leave for a few minutes. I'll be back later.
No worries, Angela. Thanks for stopping in.
I shall leave my mobile on, but I have to step out.
Okay, guys, how do we feel we did in that second round of table topics? Did we remember to greet our audience? Did we remember to open our presentation by stating our position or asking a rhetorical question? Did we support our position in the body? And did we let our audience know we were concluding? That was the exercise for today. Simply for us to remember to greet our audience in descending order. It's important for you to know who is in the room when you're speaking. That's the purpose of the greeting, for you to always know who is in the room and for you to acknowledge them in order of authority in the meeting. That is very crucial for you to be able to recognize who is in the audience. Here at Toastmasters, we get to practice that every time we speak, especially in table topics and in prepared presentation. We get another opportunity next week to do the same. However, next week, the challenge will be the greeting and the opening. Twofold. By the end of the year, we would have mastered all aspects. But we'll take it one step at a time. Guys, excellent job today. I commend you all for doing excellent table topics presentation. Unfortunately, we do not have a prepared speech today. My apologies. But we will have an open discussion where we will be reflecting on the times we have said no. Before we go into that second session, let's have the timers report.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Edward, the president of the club. And today the timing sequences for these respective speakers are as follows. First and foremost, I only calibrated the timing for the first round of the first session of the table topic, and for only Angela, her chance was calibrated and measured. The first speaker of the day was Othman. Othman spent 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is quite the amber margin. Good job in that. And next we had an amazing speech from Khalid Amin. And Toastmaster Khalid spent 1 minute and 41 seconds. And we had Mike next, and he spent 1 minute and 28 seconds. And then myself, I spent 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And finally, beloved Angela spent 1 minute and 37 seconds. According to the Toastmaster timing sequences, all the speakers are within the timing limit. Over to you.
Thank you, Shehan. Excellent job. Guys, we will take a 5-minute break. And once we're on that break, think of a time you said no and why you said no.